You might be the best in the room, the best CV, but what stands you out? What makes you different from the rest of the team? We love those titles. But then again, behind you, there's a people that you need to inspire, because you also need to leave a legacy. There's someone who is looking up to you to make the right decision.
Yes.
But you fail them when you make the wrong decision.
And as time goes by, you tend to peel off other friendship that you have, because then now your vision changes, your plans in life changes.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they change, the people around you don't change. And you only move with those who understand.
Leadership is a very tough journey. It's a tough process. It's a, being called a leader, a manager, in a corporate setting. People think that having those titles are good. Yeah, they are good to have, but they come with responsibility. That is what leadership is about.
What if a single shift in your perspective could transform everything? Welcome to Perspective Flux, a podcast dedicated to evolving viewpoints, lifelong learning, and personal greatness. My name is Jemmie, and I'm here to guide you through the beautiful chaos of growth. Welcome to Perspective Flux. My journey, your invitation. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Acing Life with Jemmie. So today, I'm here with my childhood friend, a friend of 30 years. Can
Plus.
you even? Yeah, 30 plus. Well, don't guess our ages. It's a 30 plus friendship. Well, so today here I'm with my childhood friend Mercy, and we have no topic. There's nothing that we are going to say that is so particular that we are speaking about today, but we're just going to
Engage.
and have fun. So, hey, my followers, thank you very much for subscribing. My 6,000 and above followers, you're just the best in life. Continue to share with your friends, comment, like, and even do not forget to hit that notification bell so that you never forget any one of your video. So anyway, we are here with Mercy. We're just trying to talk about life. Mercy, life. Yes.
Okay.
Life.
So, what I can say about life, really, I think one, wisdom. For me, I've become wise. I make better decisions because of the age, the experience, what I've experienced in life. I think in my younger days, there are decisions that I would rush into. But today, I'm very patient in making decisions. I'm very patient with processes. In my younger life, I would, give up very fast. Right now, I really get into something, and by the time I'm giving up, it's like I've given all my effort, I've tried everything that I could, and it did not just happen. And even at that, I would say I sometimes look at it different. I try other ways of just achieving my goal, achieving my target. And for me, that's life. As two, what I can also mention or talk about in life is friendships, right? The relationships that you build, that you nurture over time. Because again, we've been told in all forums that you attend to, the motivational speakers will always tell you that your social capital is very important. And I agree to that fact. I agree to that fact that the world is driven by people, right? And you might be the best in the room, the best CV, but what stands you out, what makes you different from the rest of the team, right, is probably someone that you know. You need to have people that you can call very quickly and pick up your call. You must have a lawyer, right, that you give a call just to ask any legal questions. You're signing a contract, that you really don't have to pay legal fees, but someone you can quickly just reach out to just guide you on some legal processes. You need to have a doctor on call that you tell him or her, I'm not feeling very good. You have a family doctor. hey, what could be happening to me? Can I see you tomorrow? What should I do in this instant? My child is sick. These are the symptoms and all that. Again, they say that you need to have doctor, lawyer, and a very good, solid friends. A friend that you can call in the middle of the night and they show up, right? When you're really sick, you tell them, I'm not feeling well. I think I need to go to the hospital, but there's no one to take me to the hospital. And they are with you and asking, I'm on my way, or telling you that they are on their ways. For me, those are the key things have made me grounded as a person. I have very, very good friends. And I also really treat my friends very well. I put them in high regard because they show up for me and I show up for them. In whatever situation, it could be work-related issues, it could be family-related issues, your spouse, your kids. I'm a mother of a teenager and you just want to share your experience with your teenager, and someone will be like, I'm experiencing the same. So this is what I did. It worked for me, so you can try it. So having those people in your life that have got your back. Another pillar of strength is family. For me, I've built very strong relationship with my family members, my brothers, sisters, and my parents. Majorly, my dad. I'm a daddy's girl, and we talk about anything and everything. So, and we had this relationship from the time I was young. I was always the person who is being picked to go for shopping with dad. And even when I was joining campus, I was old enough. So he'd share his life lessons with me, and I would also counsel him. I know it doesn't look like I would counsel an older person, but yeah, he would ask me, what do you think about this? I'm going to see so and so. What do you think? What should I tell him? I think I messed up. So I've also learned to consult when things are really thick with very close people that are put on the pedestal. Like, this is someone I know for sure I can look up to make the right decision on my behalf.
Yes.
So for me, those are the integral, pieces and points that are really dear to my heart, and they make me who I am. The last one is taking care of my health, right? Eating right. We are told you are what you eat. So yes, sometimes we eat the sugars, the carbohydrates. The doctor will tell you, take this portion. Your weight, you're watching your weight and all that, because again, if you're not healthy, there's really nothing much you can do about life. Yeah. So for me, those are the key things.
I agree. The one thing I've just picked is and also to help my brothers and sisters who are watching, it's about a strategic relationship. Yes, and as time goes by, you tend to peel off other friendship that you have, because then now your vision changes, your plans in life changes, everything that you have in you changes.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they change, the people around you don't change. And you only move with those who understand.
Yeah.
Because then again, it is said that never share your vision with just anybody, because there are those people who have the energy to just suck it out of you and also discourage you. So as I'm picking it from you, it's more of like just learning to know whom do you relate with, because remember, you are the people you associate with. I mean, that's what makes you. And having said that, and I've noticed anytime I speak to you, you speak more about your
my
dad. And then I think, and
Everybody
if you
thinks
ask anybody, I think my dad, like my dad is still alive. Yet he's gone. He went long time ago. Yes, I mean, being a daddy's girl is a very good thing, because then you learn more. And even Sham, I remember there's a time when he went for an interview and then he was asking me that, how? I told people that they should give me this dollars. So he said, can I tell them this amount? And no, because you've been jobless a bit, it's important that you accept this. But after your appraisal and confirmation, during your confirmation, you can ask, because right now you can see that this is what you want and it's not even in their budget. So go and show them what you are made of first, then you can come back. And I think it was a great relationship, because I remember when I was doing my undergraduate, he's the one who marked my dad is the one who marked my project.
Great.
I pretended like he's the panel.
Yeah.
Then
So
I
you're
was
doing
just
a dry run.
Yeah, yes. And then when it came to masters, unfortunately, he left me halfway because then I became unwell.
Unwell.
It also took too long to the masters took too long.
Mm-hmm.
So then now he was not able to. But I remember the first he kept on asking me, and then there was that COVID bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then I told him, you know what, the professors, the officers, and the school are saying that they can't have the presentation because of COVID. No, tell those people the world is moving. The world is moving to the next level. Even having a phone like this is enough for presentation. Tell them that I have said that. By that time, I think he's going berserk a bit. But yeah, he had points because right now we have the online and all that. So yeah, they really shape us.
Yeah. So I remember on that same scenario, my dad would wake me up because I used to tell him when I was doing my PhD classes, he would wake me up at 5 a.m. because our classes would start at 5. It was COVID time. And, he would just say, hi, have you woken up? Kindly join your class. And sometimes for sure, you're still stretching, the classes have started and you miss like the first 10 minutes and it's like, wake up, need to join your class. You should not miss any notes. You need to remember what you are taught. The first interaction with your teacher and your lecturer get stuck in your mind compared to what you read
later.
So
yeah,
he kept on pushing me even during the time when you're feeling like, oh no, today is just a tough one. Yesterday I slept late, I was working late and I need to extend a little bit. But he would be there to push me. Every time when I was doing my thesis, at the early days, he would be like, where are you? Which chapter? Have you done data collection? Have you done this? Have you done that? And away from education, my dad is a firm believer of family. He would really encourage me to ensure that, we have a closely knit family, looking after the kids. He loves his grandchildren across board. And he believes that without family, really, it's we are nowhere. Yeah, that's the basic fabric that brings people together. So he's a believer of having your family together, making sure your spouse, your husband, your wife is with you, supports your vision. And he would ask me, do you think this is the right person? I know you have a great future. This is somebody who should pull you into your future and pull you into your vision and not do otherwise. So he would ask me very tough questions. You need to ensure that your children are brought up in this kind of environment. Yeah, you need to teach them the word of God. You need to feed them properly, take them to good schools. And that now would come back and you ask yourself questions that if I have to take them to good schools, if I have to give them, good life generally, I have to work hard for it, right? So it was a deep reflective moment for me. Whenever my dad talks to me, he reminds me of something that really life has either taught him or he has experienced it through other people. So he's a good anchor to my life. Yeah.
I agree that, especially if you put God first in everything, because life has taught me that God answers prayers. And whenever you focus on Him alone, that my help only comes from God, He always just show up. He can never disappoint.
Sure.
He can never disappoint you. But the moment you feel like there's some help you can get otherwise, there's always a delay. So much delay, because then you don't mix the two. If you just focus on Him alone and fix your eyes on Jesus, I think He'll always provide for you. He'll always do everything. I think that's something that life has really taught me, because, again, you started by saying that maybe your experience, and I think some of the molding in terms of you as a person today has come from the positions that you hold in the offices and all that, because of the leadership and all that. And like I normally say, leadership is very, very painful. Very painful, because sometimes it's lonely. And sometimes to the end where you are giving it, they may not understand that you're doing it out of just goodwill. They always see the bad, but you, who knows, is the one who can suffer. So that's why I always say that leadership is also very painful. And it helps you and molds you to be a stronger person. Like, for example, you said nowadays you're patient about the decisions you make, everything you want to do and all that, which is very true. Because for me, even sometimes I used to react a lot. But nowadays, if you are to put people like those who are nonchalant, you'll call me as part of it, but I know I am not. I watch. It gives you just watch, you learn, you observe. After observing, then you are able to know how to deal with a person. And let me tell you, even in workplaces, communities, in the society, people will always reveal themselves in a way. Even for those who have hidden for so much, they'll always reveal themselves in different ways. But you know, and you need to be you need to be an observer. You observe. And after knowing the person, then you know how to deal with this person. And sometimes when they become the opposite way, you know where that comes from, and you just tie it and say, this is not your fight. That is you.
I think a good point you've made that leadership is a very tough journey. It's a tough process. Being called a leader, a manager, you know, in a corporate setting. People think that having those titles are good. Yeah, they are good to have, but they come with responsibility. That is what leadership is about. You know, you are responsible for a process, you're responsible for people, you're responsible for the growth, you're responsible for the governance and how the organization operates. And the biggest part of leadership is dealing with people, right? Because you're leading people. You're not leading something. Yes, we have other things that we're living, a process, but even with the process comes a people that you have are on board. And sometimes you make very unpopular decisions as leaders, not because we want to do them, but because we want either the organization to move forward or just propel whatever we are working on. And leadership is not about the titles, because people really love titles in corporate setting. I've worked for organizations where you're given the title vice president, you know, director, HR, director, this director, the head of, you know, we love those titles. But then again, behind you, there's a people that you need to inspire, because you also need to leave a legacy. There's someone who is looking up to you to make the right decision. But you fail them when you make the wrong decision. So it is about inspiring confidence and also giving people the direction to follow, right? So imagine you're left with a bunch of people, then you take them all to the wrong direction. You spoil careers, you breach, you know, contracts, and there's so many things that you do. And you just make some people even have their careers end to a large extent. So being a leader, sometimes you really have to have a very clear process in terms of making the decision. Like, and if you feel that you are agitated, you are angry, because again, some people make really silly mistakes, and they are your direct reports, and you're like, oh my God, how did they just, like, what were they thinking? So at that moment, breathe in, breathe out, take a brief walk, then you come back. And because sometimes you're itching to write to write an email and just respond to this funny thing that they did.
I know.
Right? So before you do that, just breathe in, breathe out. Again, look at how this person came in, the good things he has done, the bad, then just try to weigh them. And then you're like, maybe there's something that he was going through that made him drop the ball. Or he just made a silly mistake. Or he's an employee who has started now going down the graph. Something is happening, he's bored, he needs something, a different direction in terms of growth. So think through it such a way that by the time you're making that decision or writing that email back, you have all the perspectives into place, and you're going back with a very sober mind, and you're not angry. Like, you really messed up here. By that time, you have really thought through it, and you're making a very fair judgment. So that's all about, that's leadership. And I know those who are not leaders or who are not in those positions to make the decisions sometimes feel like either you are unfair, but they really don't know how. When you are in a very hot furnace, you take all the beating. You are actually taking the bullet on their behalf for mistakes probably that they made, for delays that
They caused and all that.
and targets that were not met, right? And when you take such kind of decisions, they really feel like you are an unfair boss and all that.
Yes.
So try. Managers and leaders may not be perfect, but for me, anybody in leadership position, really, you need some level of sobriety to just lead the people and make decisions. Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree with you. I know this is just going to be a short-term moment of us, but it's becoming so deep.
It's
oh
done.
my God. No,
We are done.
Yeah, we are done, yes. But I was just wondering because I remember even in my practice as a HR lead and all that, there's so many that happen. And I'm not saying that I have a perfect team, let me say so. A perfect team, they know what to do and everything. But one thing I must make sure is to cover my team. I never allow anyone to interfere with them. If I find there's anyone who wants to misuse them, I really step in and say, man, misuse me here I am. What do you want? You know, like I really want them to be comfortable on that.
Yeah.
Because then also sometimes when you're called and you're told that, your department has done this, I always take it as my responsibility. Also, you just reminded that you have to humanize that.
Yeah.
You take the responsibility. But when you get to your bedrooms, then you now speak the truth and you have to practice it. And you have to punish also the bad behavior. There must be repercussions. But before that, you have to cover your team so that they can have a face still, even after the occurrence. So I think that is very important. So we're just going to close and just remember, if I may tell my lovely viewers, that all of us are leaders in our capacity. In fact, if you can't lead yourself, you can't lead people. So start by yourself. A story is told by Terry, the one I was telling you, the lady I normally follow. She said that there's a time when John Maxwell was having his motivational speaking, the talks. Then there's a little boy who came to him and asked him, well, I want to do what you do. But there's a question that he asked the young boy, are you also willing to do what I did before what I am doing right now? So, So John Maxwell said that if you want, are you willing to do what I did before I do what I am doing right now? Then the boy say yes. So what do you want to do? Then the boy said that I'd like to lead. Then what he finished with is, start by yourself, lead yourself. Because then if you can't lead yourself, you can't set your own objectives, you can't set your own goals and follow them to the latter, then whom are you going to lead? So anyway, can you just be blessed with that? I hope that has touched you in a way. And if yes, please remember to subscribe to Acing Life with Jemmie, because this is the only channel where life begins and continue. And many more are yet to come. So remember to hit that notification bell. Do you have any closing? So what I would say is learn to lead yourself before you lead the people. Believe in yourself before you believe in your team, and put yourself first. Thank you very much. Remember, you can never give from an empty cup. You got to fill it so that then it is overflowing and you share. Thank you. Remember, growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in the flux. Welcome to Perspective Flux. Let's grow together.